Hello, Ice here. Riven, the sequel to Myst. In the last part, we actually got past the animal puzzle room and have been reading this journal. And since last time I was linked to transcript, so I can just read the plain text this time rather than having to deal with the handwriting. Anyway, it says, much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We have stolen another book, but I'm concerned. Gen will miss it. We have also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but we have not discovered the method for powering them. By powering our burnt book with Gen's domes, we will be able to link to this age, but we will only have access to the domes for a short time before we are discovered. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gen's books and our burnt books all seem to show the same sickness, if they are not powered. The images are black. It might be possible to clear the vision with only... And then that's where the dash is. We'll write substance into the moiety age. And then I gotta turn the page. Or maybe I needed to turn the page before. I was relying on the big line breaks in the transcript. Okay, so yeah, the with only led to diagrams. Alright. And then all is ready. Now all we can do is wait for the Moider-esque, or wait for word from the Moider-esque. We're on the lookout for Gen to power and use the domes. When he does that, we will have access to one of Gen's domes just long enough. After linking to the age which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gen's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like Atris. In risking my life... I probably need to turn the page. Yeah. Oh, and it's also I'm risking my life. But I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares. The fissure, like a great wound, is opened. It stains the riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so loud. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It is the fulfillment of their prophecy, but they are also fearful and tense. I don't know what they will think or do if I fail. Let's see, we're right here. It is done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's all still a dream. We've already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age. It is beautiful and I am pleased. At last, my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the bare sky, unafraid and dazzled by their freedom. They are happy. They have named it Tay. There's still much to be done. We are not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard the place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. We're here. Okay. And I need to scroll down on the transcript. Okay. I share this hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection, but for their sake it must be done. I am anxious to know if our activities have aroused Gen's suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Given so, I feel that we are now impregnable. Tomorrow I will return to Riven to see Gen's reaction for myself, but tonight I finally rest. And that's the last entry. Gonna now get my recording software in front of my web browser so that I can see how long I've been going. Just 4 minutes. Excellent. Let's see. So we have this. It's presumably the trap book. I guess opening it this far is fine. Alright. My cursor's gone.
Sirapo. Ibuko mo buko wisipo. Na vene. Tapo mo revene beno. Now, Katerina ne. Wisifa polo ya sepe yai.
I think somewhere in there she said probably like Catherine, except Catherine has like another name to them. Anyway, is that just my way out of here? Looks like it. Unless it's another trap. I appear to actually be here. Anyway, we have a trap to deliver. Let's see, closest dome is definitely somewhere. Oh yeah, it would be the one in the treetops. To get to the thing out here. Turn around, flip the switch. Grab my notes, because I haven't actually needed to open a dome in a while. This thing is super loud. Oh wait, the dome's already open. Oh, no it isn't. It was just not spinning. Really haven't had to interact with domes in a while. 16, 15, 11, 9. I was told that the combination for the 5-button hatch is random. I wonder if the dome code is also random. Oh yeah, I can skip animations. Okay, I have Mouse. Time to see if he'll see through our cunning plan to trap him in a book.
Well done. I was greatly relieved when I received word that you had recovered the book. I don't quite know how you managed it, but if I may. Thank you.
I guess he's trying to read the text to look for traps or something.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Does he know?
Apparently you need more time to decide. Please understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Atris and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary I've been writing for the Islanders is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it. The work I am doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book. The switch will reset itself once you link from here.
Okay, so that's what that button's for. It's for calling him once you're on this step of the game. I guess given what we know about trap books, if we enter first and then he follows after us, we get freed from the book. That's how they work. So I guess maybe I could have gone in, but like if I go in and he realizes I'm stuck in there, well, I suppose that's what save games are for. I already have an area labeled lab. Anyway, let's just try it. Oh, is that not what that button's for? How do I call him? Or is it whenever I enter one of these and come back? I might have missed a little of what he said. Or misunderstood. Okay, how do I signal him? Clicking all over this thing. Oh, or maybe it's assumed I automatically pushed it once, and he mentioned at the end about it resetting. Every time you use the books. Okay.
I'm relieved you've returned. I thought perhaps you had decided against it. Here.
So I know I'm entering a trap here. Sure is dark. Is he just pushing us into the incinerator? Or no, he's touching it because he's entering it. He was touching the window, not the bottom of the book. It would have looked different if he was touching the bottom of the book. Okay, so he's trapped. We got him. And it ejected us on the other side of the bars, which makes sense. The book was on the other side of the bars. I've got a bunch of stuff to look at. I guess I could also, like, see how he's doing in there. Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. I saw a lever and I pulled it. Okay, that releases the cage. Excellent. So we're looking for the combination for Catherine's cell.
Kianenatsu? Shima? Shorate. Mata neta. Tagamem. San Botegan Shem. Fasi.
Well, I didn't understand that at all. All right, it's a sink. Again, it's completely unreadable. Oh wait, there's the word love. Is this perhaps Gan and his wife? Alright, run that combination by me one more time. Can I have my mouse? Oh boy. I think we're reading for the rest of the video again. I guess I'll have to click this thing for the combination again next time, considering I'm not still gonna remember it. Anyway, I start this latest journal with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the Fifth Age, and though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she has also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fisher Plateau cage, as I'd guessed, when suddenly, he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel happened by at that moment. The damnable luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person, a fact which, if true, makes the question of why she's returned here all the more puzzling. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that Cage has ever caught, I am also filled with hope. She may yet provide me with a way back to Dunny. It is time that true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save the culture from extinction, but I fear that unless I am able to regain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of reconstructing that great civilization will be impossible. If Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I am halfway there. If not, then she is trapped in the Fifth Age, and I can assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. Once again, the Great Wark? Wait, he spells it differently. Anyway, has demonstrated its usefulness to me. This past week, the villagers have been most difficult to manage. Apparently, they have learned of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythic beast has been all that has kept them in line. Had I known how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have perhaps captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful, although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. Anyway, the search for Catherine continues. I now deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day, I more sorely realize the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge. Not even in the simplified manner in which I had presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in it all, or in all its complexity, and thus were unable to extract the essential underlying principles that are, ironically, so elegantly simple. It is obvious that much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the full meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the future I'd planned for them, then this conflict would not exist. A moment for some water. Okay. The minds of children are much more malleable. With the proper instruction, they have developed a more appropriate posture towards the culture that gave them their lives. At times, they take to it almost as if they had a bit of Denis blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could contain such knowledge responsibly, when it was quite clear that my own son could not. Atris, still he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I had returned to him, he had already been poisoned as to all thoughts of the Denis. Perhaps it was the only way that she could rationalize the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of their civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost. The guilt must have been unbearable. I do have vague recollections of the love she had for my father, and for our world. But ultimately, she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Denis became the catalyst for their demise. If I am able to rebuild our culture, and in the process correct such crucial weakness, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary in order that a new era of prosperity might someday come to pass. These last few weeks, I have found myself frequently beset by images from the past. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmakers Guild. Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Denis world, but I can't bear to think of him for long. It's too much. I was too young to see such a thing. I've got her. Okay, so we're now after the other book we just read. Late last night I received word that Catherine was in the village attempting to persuade the people to join her. I lost 2 good men in the process, but I would have paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her presence here. I've had to fight the all but constant impulse to put her on the gallows. She has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions. What? Oh, when she answers them at all. In her native tongue, okay. Yes, that's funny. Even so, she is a poor liar. I am now quite certain that her return to Riven was unintentional and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her unwillingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. If Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atris is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? It is likely that his hesitation has been due, at least in part, to this dilemma. One way or another, though, he'll have to bring a linking book to get back to Denis. There is no other way. It's late and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife. Keta? You were the only true kindness I have known. Watching you... The writing's a bit worn. Something there in the images. Flicker, perhaps? I sometimes wonder if you were real. If I could restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. Okay, he's upset about the natives. I would be well advised to leave them all in the 5th age and begin again with a clean sheet of paper. A stranger has arrived on Riven. Oh, that's me. With a linking book to Denis. That's not true. And once again, my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what little I could decipher from his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage has been damaged, but it is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atris is certainly behind this, yet how could he be so foolish to send someone here with a linking book? Such blatancy is unlike him. Could it be that he has had a change of heart? After all these years, is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only to wait and observe. Oh, and that's the last entry. We actually still have time. It helps that that writing was a bit easier to read. Alright, so I will listen to this one more time. Okay, so it's slap, ring, ring, clunk, clunk. And then I don't know why this continues for so long with just a ticking sound. Perhaps I do not have the actual answer to the puzzle. Let's drop a save here, actually. That's the wrong game. Wrong game? It's just the wrong button, not the wrong game. Alrighty. I guess I could just load the game on the prison island, but also I just need to climb the ladder and the linking book's right there. It's the... Oops. Does this open, by the way? No, okay. This is actually a very small explorable area. Alright, now it's not the L, it's not the 2x2. There it is. Uh-huh. When do I get mouse back? There it is. Alright. Do-ba-do-boo. Okay, it's... Then probably like that. The cage has been flipped around and we're going up.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book?
It's trapped. Be careful.
You did it. We're all free. You captured Gen.
Okay, she knows.
But they're still his followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I'll have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
Yep. Okay, so you don't actually travel with her, and got it. I guess most people are already evacuated to Tay, I think it was called. So she shouldn't have too much to do. Good luck to her. Can I have mouse, by the way? Game? Okay. No. I guess I never quite solved what you do with this, but it's just so easily spammable. It's one button. I don't know, maybe you do just need to hit the button a certain number of times, and the actual numbers are something you're supposed to keep track of as a clue to something? I don't know. I don't know what they would even be a clue to. Anyway, I'm not gonna open the fissure this time, but we'll walk to there. I guess, I don't know if the fissure is going to like have a puzzle in it, or if I'm actually just saving like clicking on 5 buttons and viewing the ending for next time. Could go either way, and I don't really want to press my luck right now. But depending on whether there's a puzzle in there, probably like conclusions sometime next week. This is the Friday video, right? We're in the cage again for some reason. I guess I don't need to explore the lab now that Catherine's free. Let's see, let's see, that's the village island. L shape? No. Ah. Square? Which one's square? I don't think it's what I want. I think I want this one. Oh, square is the one with the alchemy lab, as I called it. I guess it would have worked. There's a bridge that goes here, pretty much. Alrighty. And then this way, I think. I don't need the path up now that that puzzle is solved. This is too far. It was this? No, the other way. All right, we'll do this next time. That's not the save game button, even though it has the word save in it. I think I see why people label things load game instead of start saved game. All right. Yeah.